This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first two guests today are both here from Thunder Bay Theater, and we're going to talk about Forever Plaid. I have Michael Hall and Matt Dorneman. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
You.
I said as before we started taping, I don't know if I've sat next to crooners before, so I'm really excited.
Yeah.
And last week when Jeffrey Mindock, the artistic director, was here, he talked about Forever Plaid, and I can't wait to see it. It sounds like it's going to be a wonderful production. So Michael, start me out. Tell me about Forever Plaid.
Yeah, it is the story of four boys from Pennsylvania, and they grow up, they're working at the gas station and the automotive shop, and but what they really desperately want to do is be singers. So they spend all of their free time rehearsing these awesome like crooner 50s numbers, and then for one night only, they are like magically transported to the Thunder Bay Theater, and they get to do their concert, and they get one stab at it. And we're going to hope that that works out for them.
Okay. And now you give me your impression of the show.
Yeah, it's a really great period piece. It's the 1950s kind of style. It's very comic, and it's just enjoyable for both the audience and for the actors as well. So it's a great experience so far.
Okay. Tell me some songs we're going to hear.
You're going to hear Catch a Falling Star.
Ooh.
You're going to hear Three Coins in the Fountain. You're going to hear, what's your favorites?
Love is a Many Splendored Thing. Heart and Soul.
Yay.
I'm going to play Heart and Soul on the piano, which is a new experience for me. So the show might be worth it just to see me attempt to do that on stage.
Okay, so tell me who the other characters are and who's playing their roles.
Yeah, we're half the cast. So
Yes.
there's only a total of 4 guys in the show. It's Matt and myself, and then a gentleman named Todd and Ronald are our 2 castmates.
Okay, so when can we come to Thunder Bay Theater to see Forever Plaid?
October 1st through October 18th, runs Thursday through Saturday nights at 7:30 p.m. and Sunday at 2 p.m.
And we want to remember everyone that Alpena loves a musical, so you better call and make those reservations. A chance to see professional theater in your own backyard.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Now we have a lot of time left.
Yeah.
So you've not been on the show before, so tell me about yourself, your acting experience to date, and what brought you to Thunder Bay Theater.
Yeah, totally. I am from New York City, from Long Island, but the city as long as I can remember. This is my first time in Alpena.
Okay.
I actually met Jeffrey, our artistic director. I met him years ago in Pennsylvania, where I went to college, and he and I were both on a show together. And just kind of through fate, I got a phone call one day, and he said, "We're doing this show. Are you interested?" And I was like, "Yes, definitely." And so I came down for this. I'm really excited.
Okay, and how about you, Matthew?
Yeah, I'm from Concord, Massachusetts, right outside Boston.
Okay.
I went to the University of New Hampshire, where I majored in theater. I now also live in New York City, and I sent an audition to Jeffrey and Paige, and here I am. It's my first time in Michigan, so I'm excited.
Yay.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite type of role?
I tend to do a lot of like the best friendy kind of like sweet guys, and I love anything that I can like belt and sing.
Okay, wow. And
This
what
is
about
definitely
you?
one of those.
Yeah. You know, I enjoy the kind of like deer in the headlights, nervous, quiet people, so it's fun to do that as well, so.
Okay, and what's the stage going to look like at the theater for this event?
Beautiful.
Okay. Okay.
No, it's a little bit otherworldly, which has been really kind of exciting. We actually haven't seen the finished product yet, but our designers have been coming in and showing us their different pictures and ideas, and it's going to be very kind of, period. It's going to be very like heavenly, but also very like 50s kind of inspired. We do a lot of like mic standography, so you'll be seeing us hopefully pulling off that kind of classic look.
Okay, and then, so what kind of costuming will you be wearing?
Yeah, standard dinner jackets.
Okay.
Because they're in a performance.
Like the Rat Pack kind of
Yeah,
thing? Okay.
exactly. And then there's a couple of costume changes and surprises for later on in the show, so
Yeah.
Okay.
have to stay
They
tuned
get,
for
they get a
that.
bit of an upgrade towards the end.
Okay, so it sounds like all shows that we will remember to, all songs that we'll all know and remember.
Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
my God, they've been stuck in my head since
Yeah,
we started
very
rehearsing.
catchy.
It's like day and night.
Well, and like I said, Alpena loves a musical, so we need
Yeah.
to have people call and get reservations. So tell me again, one more time, when we can come Thunder Bay Theater and see Forever Plaid.
Yeah, we open on October 1st. You can come down as early as October 1st, all the way through October 18th. And it's on Thursdays through Saturdays, 7:30 p.m. And on Sundays, we do a 2 o'clock show.
Okay, I want to thank both of you very much for being here. Welcome to Alpena.
Thanks.
And if anyone wants more information, they can go to your website or they can call 354-2267.
Yes, they can also check us out on all of the social medias. We have
Okay.
Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And the cast and the crew, we've all been hashtagging TBayT,
Okay.
TBAYT. So you can check out all of our backstage photos and our kind of cool little videos and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you both very much, and I look forward to hearing about the wonderful success of Forever Plaid.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll be right back following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last two guests today are both from the MYOI program. I have Haley Cruzy and Justine Woodward. Good morning, ladies, and welcome.
Good morning.
So the first question I'm going to ask is, what is the MYOI program?
MYOI stands for Michigan Youth Opportunity Initiative, and it's kind of a group for foster care kids to grow into being adults.
Okay.
It's any of the local youth from
Alpena.
Alpena, Mount Morency, and it's anyone from ages 14 to 21 who have been in the foster care system, and it's to help get started with the real world life and support.
Okay, very good. And now, what are some examples of things that you've learned through MYOI?
I've done the CPR trainings. I've done, you go to the bank and you learn about all the financial things that you need to know.
Okay.
And we pretty much just learn as we go. There's nothing really specific. We're always learning something. So.
Okay, wonderful. And what about you, Justine?
I've done the CPR training as well. We've done a cooking class to learn how to cook for ourselves and stuff. We've done learning about children and their mindsets throughout life, and also the financial trainings. And
sitting here just thinking about it, I know it's sponsored through the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. What a great thing if someone's been in foster care, just okay, you're aged out, see ya. So it sounds like they're preparing you for that, for other youth in foster care, making sure you have all the tools that you need to be able to be out on your own and be successful.
Right.
And
Yeah, it definitely helps a lot.
okay. I know you have an opportunity to earn money through MYOI, so how do you earn this money?
We have meetings every month.
Okay.
And sometimes our meetings are we've gone to Michigan Adventures, and we just got back from Florida at the Daniel Memorial Institute conference, and
Okay.
It's pretty much if you attend the meeting and if you learn something, then you get money for it, and it's a fun way to earn money, and it helps with whatever you need school clothes or you want to buy a car. It helps save for that kind of stuff. So.
Okay, and what about you, Justine?
with the meetings and everything, and so once we go to the meetings, they in the beginning we set up a bank account, and there's two separate ones, so half of the money goes into one that we can use for our personal needs or whatever, and then the other one is a bank account that's tied with the MYOI program, where they'll match money to help us with life expenses, like a car or housing or school.
Wonderful. Now, this is a question that you're not prepared for, but how many youth do you think are in the MYOI program?
Right now we have about 15.
You do?
15, yeah, because we just got a couple new people.
Okay.
So.
And that's pretty neat when you get new people in, because you've been there and you can kind of mentor them through the program and
Yeah.
and tell them what to expect, and kind of work with them together. You're all kind of in the same boat, been through the same situation, so you're able to work together with them.
Yeah, we definitely made a lot of friendships
Oh, I
through the
bet.
group. So.
Wonderful. Okay, what else can the money you earn through MYOI be used for, or did we mention all those things?
Well, I got a car.
Woo!
Yeah, my first car, and what happened was I had the money in my MYOI account, and it's called the IDA account.
Okay.
And I paid for half of it, and then Fred, our coordinator, he sent it to Lansing, and they matched it and paid for the whole thing.
Amazing.
So, yeah, it
Yay
was
for
awesome.
you. Oh, wonderful. And how about you?
I've done the same thing to get a laptop for school and a camera, because I plan on going into photography, and So it was a $600 camera, and they paid for $300 for it, which
Perfect.
definitely helped a lot.
So how long have you been in the program?
Probably about 2 years, but then I stopped coming for a while because I moved, and then I started about a year ago again.
Okay. And how about you?
Since I was about 15, and I'm almost 20 now,
Oh,
so
amazing.
about 5 years.
Good for you. Well, obviously it's working well for you and you're doing very well.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm on my own and everything, so they helped me do it.
Perfect. Okay, the next question is, so other than the trainings and earning money, are there any other benefits you have gained through MYOI?
Friends, definitely. Just learning about people and, you know, their different ways. And I got my own house because of them, and my car, and I've learned so much, and it's an amazing program.
Okay, and how about you?
Just like, I don't know, the big, you learn a lot. It's not just like what you learn at the meetings. You learn about different people who've been through similar situations, and I've made a lot of friends through this.
Wonderful.
Been able to open up to people who have been through similar things that I have, which I've never had before. And it's definitely helped me grow into a better person.
Okay, now the next question is, what kind of support does MYOI need from the communities that it serves?
Financial support is always helpful because when we do get money, we use it towards the things like the CPR trainings and our financial aid trainings and all that kind of things. And definitely just, yeah, this is a lot of support that we could use. You could do it either way.
Okay.
Yeah, Haley's basically hit the nail on the head with that one.
Okay.
Don't really have anything.
Well, I know when I had talked to Fred too, you know, any kind of mentors, anyone who has a special skill or a hobby or something that they
definitely.
could share with the youth in the program, you know, some kind of an experience you've had, something you're really good at, something that you could share and help get them through the program, or maybe something, a life lesson that they could learn through you would be wonderful too.
Yeah.
Now, if someone's saying, oh gosh, I'd love to be involved in this program, I want to donate money, I want to be a mentor, I want to help, how do they contact someone?
They would have to call DHS
Okay.
and ask for the MYOR coordinator.
Okay.
And his name is Fred Barr.
So contact Fred Barr.
Yep.
Okay, and do you know that phone number?
I do not.
Not by heart.
I think it's 354-7200. That's the number, 354-7200. To think about that for a moment. But I want to thank both of you very much for
Thank
being
you.
here. I want to thank you so much for going through this program. I hope that you are encouraging other children who've had the foster care experience to you know, be there so they can learn the things, and so when you're ready to be out on your own, you're prepared with all the things. I think it's wonderful. I wish every student, every youth had this wonderful opportunity, because I know seniors in high school, you know, don't have the preparedness that you've had presented to you and helped with. So, and I hope that people in our community, after they watch this, you know, give a call and say, hey, what can we do to help?
Thank you.
Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Please stay tuned for Don McMasters following these messages.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster, president of Alpena Community College, and I'm pleased to have with me as our guest this morning Kim Salziger, who's the director of the Medical Assistant Program at ACC. So, Kim, could you tell us what a medical assistant is and what they do?
That takes a little bit of explanation, because a medical assistant is someone that receives a variety of training so that they are a very multifunctional, flexible employee to have. We work in both the front and back of the medical office. So our students receive training in insurance billing and coding, using appointment scheduling software. They learn about electronic health record, medical ethics and law. They learn how to do things like EKGs and blood draws, and how to do vital signs, and work assisting the doctor with everything they do for an examination for a patient.
That is a wide range of skills. So is that a certificate, an associate degree program? Explain to the listeners how that rolls out.
It is an associate in applied science. So a student can get through that degree in 2 years if they want to take 16 and 17 credit hours a semester, with 12 being considered full-time. So if someone does have a lot of obligations for family or they're working full-time, it's recommended that they might slow it down just a little bit and take 3 years to get through, because everything that we are teaching is something they are going to need to know once they get to that doctor's office. So we want them to learn it thoroughly and then be able to utilize that when they get into the next class, and just keep building on that.
Is your program accredited?
Yes, it is. That's a wonderful thing about the program at ACC. With our accreditation, that means there's an organization out there that's keeping an eye on what's required in order to be a medical assistant, in order to get someone trained for that entry-level position. And they make sure we know what that is. And then our obligation is then to make sure we are teaching the students this, and then we have to prove that we're doing that, and then also prove that the students have learned it, that they possess that skill before they can move on to the next step in the program.
That is one of the powerfully positive tools about accreditation, for sure. How about advisory committee? Do you have one of those?
Yes, we do have an advisory committee, and that keeps us in contact with the doctor's offices in the area so that we can get feedback from them about what might be changing in the medical field as far as the doctor's offices go. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
that's
just
all right.
lost it.
How about talk to the listeners about the new space you're in?
We just did get a wonderful new room. We are able to bring all of our medical supplies and our equipment into one space that's big enough for our students to be able to do their work in. One consideration for us was that we do use needles. We learned how to give injections and blood draws, and we needed to be able to do that in an area that was safe for them. Plus we have, with the bigger room, we have an area in the back that we were able to mock up exam rooms back there, so that we have the examination tables and all the equipment that would be in an exam room.
A very neat spot, and right where a lot of people walk through on their way into the college. So you're right on Main Street in terms of public exposures. That's wonderful. And so if you had a young person who was watching this show and they might be interested in medical assistant, what sort of skills or mindset would you like to see them bring to ACC?
At the very beginning, we just want somebody that's going to be dedicated to being a student, that they're prepared to spend a significant amount of time learning the skills that we need to teach, but then we're going to step them through everything. A medical assistant needs to have strong computer skills, so they will have 3 different computer classes that they take with us. They need some good interpersonal skills so that they can work well with that patient and make that patient feel safe and confident that they're being cared for correctly. And there's a lot of things that happen in a medical office that might upset that patient, and to know that there's somebody that can empathize with them and communicate clearly with them is going to be important.
You have a clinical component.
Yeah, our students, the first year or 2 years, depending on how the student approaches the program, is going to be doing those administrative or front office tasks, and then we send them out for an internship. So they're actually getting to work in a doctor's office and then really firm up those skills that they learned, and then they'll come back to us for that clinical component. And that's where they do all that work that was done in the back office, where they're going to be giving EKGs and drawing blood and giving shots, and they could be preparing somebody for being admitted to the hospital, or it could just be going for some lab work.
That's real life experience then.
Yes, it is.
What do you hear from the students when they come back from that? Is that something that they say, wow, this is really what I want to do? Or
that tends to be one of their favorite components of the program. That's really what they're working hard towards, and they get very excited about it. And the wonderful thing is, since we are an accredited program, as we discussed before, and our students upon graduation can sit for that double AMA credentialing exam and become a certified medical assistant, the doctor's offices quite often hire those students.
Yes.
Sometimes while they're still in the program, and it would be contingent on their graduating and then getting their credential.
So we've got about a minute left. I think you were telling me you have 2 neat events coming up this fall, and share with the listeners what those are.
We do. The third full week in October is the Medical Assistant Recognition Week that AAMA puts on, and so we use that as an opportunity to let our students get their first experience taking vital signs from people that they haven't encountered before, instead of just working with their fellow students. So on Wednesday, October the 21st, from 10 to 2, next to the Lumberjack Shack at the college, we're inviting people to come in and let us do vital signs. It's a wonderful help for those students, and then we reward everybody with a caramel apple for coming in. And then,
a sweetener.
Definitely. And then at 5:30, we're going to do a first-time event, which is going to be a dinner where we're inviting back the graduates from our program who have been working as medical assistants, and letting them interact with those students so that we kind of help keep them excited about what they're going for, focusing on the end result, but also being able to maybe talk to those graduates and say, you know, if you knew then what you know now, what would you have really focused on, and how important is what they're teaching us? But we thought we would also open this up then to members of the public that thought they might be interested in learning about the medical assistant program. Maybe that's what they're wanting for their career, and if so, they could contact Lisa Breggy at the college, or they could call me at 358-7341, and I'll make a reservation for them for the dinner.
Sounds wonderful. It sounds like a thriving program. We encourage anyone who has an interest in it to contact you. We want to thank you for being our guest today. We want to thank you for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your hosts, Nancy Smitham and Don McMaster. For a list of events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on the community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.
The Talk of the Town furniture and set design are provided by Young Appliance Art Van Furniture on US 23 South in Alpena.